What's going on, guys? Sammy Slaughter here, and as you can see, since my last review, we have a green screen now. It's very exciting. I'm super happy about this. Anyways, so I thought today we would review Visions of Suffering. Since you guys like the last foreign one, I'd figure, since I'm Russian, I figured I'd review this one. It's a Russian film. So, stay tuned. All right, so the movie we're going to be reviewing, as I said, is Visions of Suffering. It is a Russian film. It does, again, English subtitles. It is directed by Andrei Iskanov. He also does a couple other movies that I really like. If you guys haven't seen, I'll put them in the description. So let's just jump in and get to the fucking point of this. Before we do, though, I'm going to drop the disclaimer per usual because I do a lot of extreme horror reviews. So, disclaimer. It has a lot of adult X-rated scenes where, like, you feel like you're on the hub real quick. Just gonna say that. That's, like, I think really the only huge part of it that I think I should put a disclaimer for. I mean, the gore it's gory, but, like, I'll explain in a little bit. So, anyways, the movie starts, actually, the first 10 minutes of the movie is really cool. It's just visions of like demons and autopsies, like performing autopsies. It looks super real, and just like really old school photos of, like, I don't know if you guys seen like World War II or like back in the day, like war photos of like dismembered bodies and stuff. Like, it looks like really historical. It's really cool, and you're like, well, what's going on? Like, this makes no sense, but it does if you keep watching. So basically that part goes by and it starts a storyline. The main character's name is Sasha. He has a problem with his telephone, so he calls a repairman to come fix it. Basically he asks him, do you have nightmares? And he's like, no, I only have dreams. I don't have nightmares. He goes in to explain, well, what are your nightmares about? He's basically like the dead people, shit like that. So his phone gets fixed. He's now hearing demonic voices on the telephone. You know, like, he can't quite make them out, but like whispering and stuff like that. Mind you, Sasha, main character, he is obsessed with death. Like, obsessed. He has serial killer books, documentaries. He has an obsession and a fascination with decomposing bodies. He's also into necrophilia. Weird. But I'm not knocking the man for what he's into. I mean, we all got our own kinks, right? Not gonna kink shame here. But moving on. So I can't give too much in detail of how the movie is because it really doesn't have, it looks like it makes no sense, honestly. It's just a bunch of random clips of demons. I mean, like, demons like having sex and like with humans, and just like this crazy thing one after another, and it's like it switches back to reality and non-reality. Like, you don't know what's going on. So basically what I got from it is he keeps falling asleep, and he's like disturbed a shaman or whatever. So he's in a dream state, like a trance, but he is allowed to go into a spiritual realm, which I would assume is kind of like maybe parts of hell, or I'm not sure. So basically you just see like clips of him maybe dozing off and coming out of it. So you don't know in the movie when he's in reality and when he's not. You just have to decipher it yourself. There is a part where they like are eating like people, and like there's like demons like having sex while they're while she's eating someone. It's wild. What the fuck? Not too gory. The way that it looks, like the film itself, it's very, how could I say, not grainy, but It looks low budget, but I'm pretty sure the director wanted it to be that way, almost like a dream state visual, you know, because dreams are not so vividly clear. So basically this guy is just stuck in his nightmare and he can't get out of it. So at the end, he calls this guy, who apparently is the only one that can help him get out of this nightmare that he's stuck in, with like a bunch of these, which they call vampire, succubus, incubus demons. Hence why you see all like that, you know, shit going down constantly. So he's like, oh, I'll charge you like 7,000 euros to like get you out of there. And he's like, nah, fuck this. Like, I'll just do it myself. So he stays stuck in the dream. The guy tells him, don't fall asleep in your dream, especially when it's raining, because you will die. So there's that. Basically, at the end, what I got from it, the guy does, I think, fall asleep. It looks like he did. He also gets like this thing. He puts his arm through a mirror and something like an entity gets stuck to him. He has to cut it off, and he covers like all his mirrors and shit and tries to like hide, but it obviously doesn't work. I'm assuming he's fallen asleep at this point again. And this guy, like with like a gas mask, black leather mask with spikes, and like all dressed in black, comes out with a sword and just like basically like just fucking decapitates him. And then they like basically like just throw his fucking head down a hill. Rolling. And yeah, they like cook it, and like the succubus demons are like eating it. And that's basically how the ending is. And then the last little part that I didn't get at the end was the phone repairman, who, you know, is not really a repairman. He's like some weirdo in like a dream, nightmare, trance bullshit. Knocks on some other guy's door, some random guy you've never seen in the movie. And he's like, oh, did you call to repair your phone? And he's like, oh, yeah. And that's basically just how it ends. Like, it's almost like maybe the guy's going through the same thing, and like you're just like, oh, it's just going to be the same cycle. I don't know. So, sorry I couldn't give you guys like a super, super in-depth review like the last one, but this movie was really confusing, and that's what I got out of it. Just he is stuck in a nightmare that he can't get out of. He doesn't know how to get out of it. And he crossed over to the other side, which is literally just a bunch of vampire, succubus, incubus demons that ended up fucking killing him. Yeah. So that's pretty much, that's that. You can rent it on Amazon Prime for, I think it's like $4. Mind you, there is a couple other ones, but this one was Visions of Suffering, the final director's cut. It's like an hour and 25 minutes. There is another one, but it's like 2 hours long. I watched that one. I wouldn't recommend it. I think the final director's cut is way better. If you are gonna watch it, I'd love to know what you guys thought of it, even to hear like your guys' interpretations on it, because I wonder if it'd be different from mine, and that would be really cool to hear other people's ideas of what they thought about it. But yeah, I'd give the movie I'd give it a 6 out of 10, because it was very different, even though it was confusing and I really didn't know kind of what was going on. I liked it. I like it from an artistic view. It was very, very artistic in my opinion. Leave me a comment, leave me some likes, you know, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and, you know, stay spooky, guys.